Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Peyton in Colorado. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to your Serenity Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday. It is a day to take off, to relax, to calm down, to do whatever it is that makes you feel calm and relax. I look a bit of a mess this morning because we just finished a fantastic walk. Out here, there is, it's dirt roads, dirt driveway, dirt roads, and some steep hills. Zeffy loves to pull me up the hill, so I had to wait for the heart rate to calm down and the breathing to calm down a little bit after we got back, before I got on and did the live. I was planning on doing it while I was out on the walk, but man, it was, even though it was like 60 something degrees outside, it felt hot because we were in the full sun and walking up and down hills, and I was getting a little breathless. But it was a good walk this morning, and Zeffy, she's just got one mode when we're out walking, and it's just walk. And then, got to stop over here. Walk. Got to stop over here. But we did see some deer while we were out walking. They were off in the distance doing the little hoppy things that they do. Now there's a nice breeze that's come up. Now that I've calmed down, now the body's returned to normal. We've had some breakfast. Now we're going to get ready for our day. And most of it's going to be peaceful and calm and relaxing. But I do have a call. I have two calls today. But they're not till mid-afternoon and early this evening. So, they'll be good calls, and I've got a plan where I'm stopping tomorrow night, because tomorrow we hit the road. Yes, we're starting to head our journey back towards Southern California, and so tomorrow we will be hitting the road. It's going to be a little strange after being in one area for so long, but we're going to be doing mainly 2-night stays along the way, maybe a 3-night stay here and there. We'll just see how it goes. But mainly it's going to be 2-night stays, and it's going to also be dependent on road conditions and weather and all that sort of stuff as we head back, because we're going to be heading from here down to Albuquerque in New Mexico, getting on the 40, and then just taking that all the way through to, I think, till the 15, and then we'll hop on the 15 and head down towards San Diego. So, yeah, we're heading back towards Southern California. But it's been, we left there on, when did we leave? February 4th, I think it was. 4th or 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. We left right at the beginning of February, so we've been gone a fair time. And the goal was to be back at the beginning of September, which we will accomplish. Might be a couple of days early, but the trip was meant to be this long, but it wasn't meant to be the type of trip we had. But that's the cool part about being in the RV, is that when we're tripping, we can just change plans. We can turn around and say, nope, can't go that way. Fine, we'll just go this way instead. So the map's filling in nicely. Our little US map, I'd show it to you, but it's a little on the dark side right now. And Zeffy's just sprawled out on the floor. But yeah, so the map's getting filled in quite nicely. So I need to find a Canada portion to put on my map. I have to go check out the website that sent me this map to see if they've got a Canada portion, so I can put it on there. Because we have done British Columbia, so we need to mark that one off. I guess I could just write above it in dry erase marker or something. BC done. But anyway, it's really enjoyed our time in Colorado, and great people. Got to see Gardens of the Gods, even though it was a drive-through because it was raining, so we couldn't get out and do any walking, but that's okay. Had a very busy time in Colorado Springs, doing lots of connecting with people, a lot of networking, a lot of business, making business connections, that sort of thing. So it's been a very productive time. Planting a lot of seeds is what we've been doing. So the time I've been in Colorado, we've been planting a lot of seeds. Some of them have come to immediate fruition. Some of them are just simmering just below the surface as they're getting ready to sprout forth. So we shall see. And some of them have, if you remember the parable of the sower, some landed on the dry thing and on the dry dirt and couldn't grow. Some landed amongst the rocks and soon had to shrivel up because they couldn't get their roots deep enough. Some landed amongst the thorns and got choked up, and some landed on the good fertile soil. So we've been spreading seeds with connections for business connections in that far and wide, and some have come to fruition, some haven't. Some are struggling, but that's okay. It's all part of life, it's all part of business. It's how it all works. So it's been an incredible time here in Colorado. Having that time to be able to just sit, not having to worry about where I was going, and being able to just concentrate on making those connections and getting them done. Now we're going to head back towards Southern California. Probably take us about, what I figured, about 12 to 14 days to get back, with 2 night stays along the way. It's around 1,200 miles. Haven't exactly figured out the exact route. That's my task this morning. After I go and have a shower, get cleaned up, then I will figure out which route I'm going to take back to San Diego. So yeah, we'll be back in Southern California within 2 weeks, 12 to 14 days, depending on, like I said, which way we go. Going to be trying to average around 200 miles drive each time we drive. But again, that's going to be dependent on road conditions as well, because I know that there's some mountains I have to go over, some hills I have to go over. There's one place I'm looking at stopping. It's at the top of a pass, and it's only like 160 something miles away. So that will be a short day, but then we're going to be doing a lot of climbing with the RV that day too. So I tend to find that when there's a lot of hills involved in driving, the speeds aren't as great. I can't maintain the 63 miles an hour. So it takes a lot longer to get somewhere when you've got a lot of hills involved. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good trip back. And then I'll be in the area for a bit and hopefully hit the road again soon. Wanting to go back to Arizona for October, because I enjoyed October in Arizona last year. That was a lot of fun. Got a lot of writing done. I need some writing time, need some writing space. But we'll figure it out. Who knows? Who knows? Things change, plans change, we'll see. But, might do weekend trips. Might do that. Just do some little weekend trips around California and do that. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I'm off to go get showered and get ready for my day, and plus start planning my route back to California. And kind of feels surreal to be heading back to Southern California after spending so many months on the road. But I'll still be living in Sparkles, so that's good. We'll still have Sparkles, so yeah. But I know there's a lot of changes and stuff going to be happening over the next few months, so can't let you in on any of those just yet. You'll see. But anyway, that's it from me for now. Have a super fantastic, sparkling Serenity Sunday. It's a day of so whatever you need to do to keep you calm, to help you have that mental break from everything, whether it's going for a walk, going for a picnic, kicking back, relaxing, reading a book, taking a day-long nap, going out rock climbing, going for a run, going mountain biking, whatever it is that you do to relax, that's what today's all about. It's trying to forget the work stuff and just relax. So I got a little bit of both mixed in there, but it's going to be good because got a little bit of both mixed in there. So I'll take a nap at some point probably, or sit and read for a bit, or maybe do some jigsaw puzzles, or maybe watch a movie. I haven't decided yet. But I did get to see the first 2 episodes of The Idiot Abroad Season 2. We sat and watched it on DVD last night. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh, that poor guy, the stuff he goes through. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody bitch and moan so much about travel before. But then he would get put in some predicaments. So I can understand some of the bitching and the moaning, but it was sort of like, even if the conditions were bad, like, he got stuck in, he started on, what was it? Oh, they put him on the Trans-Siberian train, and he started off in this cabin area by himself. And he thought, well, this is great. I got to take. He's sitting there and he's playing cards, solitaire on cards, as the scenery goes whizzing by. And he thinks, they've done really well with me. This is really good. And then they come and tell him that you're in the wrong place and you need to move. And so they move him down to 3rd class, where there's like 3. There's one down. There's a bunk here, then a bunk in the middle, and a bunk up top. So you got he called them shelves. And he's stuck there with all these people are just watching him sitting there as he bitches and moans about the whole thing on the camera. and with his camera crew and all of that sort of stuff. Oh my God, it was hilarious. And I thought, if I was in that predicament, I would be trying to make nice with people, even though I didn't speak their language. There's ways that you can communicate without, if you can't speak the same language, there are ways you can communicate, and it would have been fun trying to figure it out, and making the most of the situation. And then he got stuck on, then he ended up back in a shed cabin, I think it was. Oh, he ended up in this cabin with this guy that was a personal magnet, and he's sticking like cutlery to him and plates to him, and the guy's just standing there and the stuff's not falling off. It was hilarious. And then they had him off. Oh, they had him going to Mongolia and doing some wrestling thing, and some of the stuff they had him doing. And they had him down in New Zealand to go bungee jumping, and they took him out on one of the, pretty sure it was one of the Nevis swing or something like that. It's like one of the big ones. You got to take this little tram car out to the platform, and he got there. They got him all kitted up and everything, and he's standing there, and you can see him, the whole platform shaking because he's shaking so much. And so then he said that he didn't do it. So then they sent him to Vanuatu, where they could see these guys that do land diving, where they tie vines around their feet, and basically it's the same concept as bungee, but without the stretchy band in between. You've just got solid vines. And he's sort of like looking at this big tall tower which would sway as everybody would jump off it. And he's like looking at this thing going, I'm not going up there. So I think he ended up like going like 5 or 6 feet off the ground and doing his dive. But he had to do it in order to move on to the next assignment. So that was kind of funny. But it's where AJ Hackett and his business partner got the idea for bungee jumping, was watching these guys in Vanuatu doing the land dives. And that's when they got the idea for the bungee jumping with the rubber bands, the bungees. So yeah, I'm still thinking of doing that. Be a while though, because New Zealand hasn't opened their borders yet. Even though I can still technically get in, I would still have to quarantine for 14 days when I got there. And being away from Zeffie for that amount of time, plus spending time with the folks after a 14-day quarantine, there's going to be like a month gone without her. So we'll just have to bide our time on that one. But yeah, so it was fun watching this guy and some of the situations. He even ended up on a desert island by himself, and it was just basically this rock with all these trees all over it, and this little beach which wasn't even sand, it was all rock. And he had his Guy Friday come across and help him get all set up and all of that. And then the Guy Friday got in his little canoe and went back to his village that night, and he's left there in the rain in his little shelter and bitching and moaning the whole time. But it was interesting. So I'm gonna see if I can find season 1 of that and see where it all started, because apparently he does the 7 Wonders of the World on season 1. But they have him doing different things at different places, like along the Trans-Siberian Railroad. They'll have him get off at different stops to do different things. So, but yeah, I've never heard anybody bitch and moan so much about travel before. And being somebody who loves to travel, I kind of found it hilarious. But there are times I just wanted to slap him and go, wake up, enjoy the moment. Find the joy in the moment. You're stuck in you're stuck in this tram with all these people. Make friends. But he wasn't that type of person. So, but anyway, that's it from me. Go enjoy your Serenity Sundays. I've rambled on for long enough. And have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys later. Hei konera.